Well, good morning. Welcome to this edition of the Ag Market Network Weekly Market Report. And we have exports just coming out today. I'm Pat McClatchy. We've got numbers for cotton, pretty good number, 235,800 running bales, up 63% from the previous week and 6% over the 4-week average. Turkey took 78,800, Vietnam took 56,400. Bangladesh took 18,500, and China even took 16,900. Very light cancellations. The new crop sales were 56,500. Mexico, of that, took 24,300. China took 19,800. Thailand took 11,900. Actual shipments, 387,100. That's up 32% from the previous week and up 16% over the 4-week average. So these are good numbers. I don't know that the market will react because we're right now in the clutches of this talk about the U.S.-China trade negotiations, which as of the last 3 or 4 days have gone sour, and that is really the dominant thing happening today. Before the report came out, we had July cotton down 71. Right now it is down 76. It doesn't matter. December cotton was down 67. Right now it is down 70. So let's look at the numbers for soybeans. Net sales were negative, a negative number because of cancellations, 149,100 metric tons. The Netherlands took 141,700. South Korea took 57,100. Colombia took 21,000 metric tons. And we've got cancellations from unknown destinations. I think we can all guess who that is. Unknown destinations canceled 263,500. New crop sales of 295,600 metric tons. So that's a good number. Reaction of the market, soybeans were down 7, about 7 before the report. Right now soybeans are down 7 1/4, so pretty close to unchanged. Corn. The number for corn, net sales of 287,600 metric tons. That's a marketing year low, down 51% from the previous week, down 60% from the 4-week average. Colombia took 112,600 metric tons. Japan took 33,400 metric tons. Guatemala took 30,500 metric tons. Then Nicaragua canceled 18,600 metric tons. And so, corn, before the report, corn was down 4.5. Right now, corn is down 5, so that market is a little weaker. Now we've got wheat, net sales of 90,600 metric tons. It's a marketing year low, down 26% from the previous week, down 68% from the 4-week average. Nigeria took 46,800 metric tons. The Philippines took 30,000 metric tons. Colombia took 29,000 metric tons. The wheat market before the report was down 5. Right now it is down 5. So the only number that really looked like a good number was cotton. That was a good number, but we're looking at other stuff right now. But I think in time this will matter. So let's just talk about the other stuff. I think all of us know what I'm talking about. Over the weekend, the U.S. decided to ramp up the tariffs to increase them to 25% starting tomorrow. China was set to come to the U.S., sent a delegation here this week. They did come, 100 people. That negotiation has started today, will go into tomorrow, but tomorrow is when these tariffs will start taking place. So the question is, what is about to happen? Will we get back on track? Will we pull away from each other, stop negotiation? If we ramp up tariffs, so will China. So that's what we're looking at here. I decided today, let's just look at the 3 possible outcomes with regard to trade and what it might mean. Let's look at the number 1 outcome, the first outcome. No agreement, we break off negotiations. What will happen to the market? Well, for cotton, I think you'll quickly move to 70 cents. And then I think you'll start along a path that'll get down into the low 60s throughout the summer. We're wet right now, but for cotton, this is not really a bad thing, especially in West Texas. The other possible scenario is that we get a trade agreement. Well, what happens then? Well, if that happens, we'll bounce the old crop, excuse me, into the low 80s. We used to think 82 to 85. We've dropped enough now that that might be hard. Excuse me. December cotton can move up towards 76, 77 off of that bounce. Then let's look at a third outcome, and the third outcome is that and this is the one I'm hoping will be most likely to happen, and that is over the next 2 days, we make enough progress, get back on track, return to the original agreements, and with that, the U.S. decides not to escalate these tariffs. And with that, you'll probably return back to where you were before this last sell-off, which would mean for cotton maybe a 200-point to 300-point rally. I think this is the best case scenario because I don't think we're going to get a trade agreement finalized in 2 days. And I'm really hoping we're not going to break this thing off and send everything, including the stock market, into a deep dive. But these are the different situations that could happen. So what do we do? Well, if you get a rally and you are a farmer interested in doing some pricing of cotton or hedging of cotton, you should consider, with cotton right now trading down 80 in December at 71.60, continuing to drop, a move back towards 75 would be a place we would really hope that if we got to that level or close to it, you would want to do some pricing or hedging. Now let's look at soybeans, corn, and wheat. Same story, same sort of situations with no agreement, an agreement, back on track. You're going to get a little bounce, at least to regain what we've lost in recent days, if they get back to where they're talking and there's not going to be a tariff increase. If we break away talks, we're going to keep dropping. If we have a trade agreement, we're going to have a really good bounce. And in the meantime, at this moment, right now, there's not a lot of faith in anything because every market is down. It doesn't make any difference about these exports. And at the moment, it doesn't make a lot of difference about weather. It just is about this issue. Speculators are leaning on the market because it's vulnerable, and that's kind of what they do. So if you are a farmer, you just need to be prepared. If you get the bounce somewhere, somehow, it's going to be very important for you to consider a lot of things to be able to price what you're going to have. One last look at the market. We continue to drop, as I said. Right now we've got cotton down 92 in July, down 80 in December. We have soybeans down 8. That continues to drop. Corn is down 5 3/4. That's dropped a penny and a quarter. Wheat's down 6. That's dropped a penny. So that's it. Thanks for being with us for this edition of the Ag Market Network Weekly Market Report. We'll see you later.